So today we're going to do a review of Chapter 1, all the things that we've looked at so far. The first thing we want to review is being a good citizen. So remember, being a good citizen means that you are working to make things better. You're helping others and you're following rules. That's what being a good citizen is. So if you are being a good citizen at school, think about something that you could do to be a good citizen. So remember, citizens help, they follow rules, they work to make things better. If you are helping the teacher, then you're being a good citizen at school. If you are following the rules of the school rules, you're being a good citizen at school. If you're walking in the hallways, you're being a good citizen at school. Being a good citizen in our community means that we might be picking up trash. It also means that we are working to make our community better. So we might do things like planting, like we saw in the first picture, planting flowers or planting a tree. That's also something that helps make our community better. So remember, being a good citizen means that we're working to make things better. We're helping others. We're following the rules. Let's take a look at rules. Okay, so we have rules at home, we have rules at school, and we have rules in our community, which also we call laws. So let's take a look at some rules that we might follow and talk about rules that we might follow at home and rules that we might follow at school. So rules that we might have at home is you might have rules about going outside, about telling an adult before you go outside. A rule, remember, a rule is something that you should or shouldn't do. Okay? You might have rules about cleaning up your toys. Remember, we talked about having toys left out and how people could get hurt if they stepped on them. So our rule might be we need to clean up our toys or clean up our things. Okay, a rule at school that we might have. A rule at school we might have is that we need to raise our hand to speak. See the boys and girls, they're raising their hand. Okay. That's a rule that makes things fair, is raising our hands to speak. Another rule at school might be to walk in the hallway. That's a school rule. Okay. We have rules or laws in our community. Remember, one of the community laws that we have is that we must wear our helmet when we're riding our bike. Okay, that's to help keep us safe. Okay, so we must wear a helmet when we're riding our bike. Okay, another law is to put trash in the trash can. That's a law in our community. Then we had talked about leaders. Okay, remember, leaders are people who decide what to do. Leaders are the people who are in charge. Leaders are the people who can also make rules and make sure that we follow rules. So we have leaders at home, we have leaders at school, and we have leaders in our community. One of the leaders that we have at school is the principal. Remember, the principal is the head of our school. Okay, our principal makes rules for our school. Then we have leaders at home. Okay, a leader at home could be a mother, a father, a grandparent. Okay, the adult in charge is our leader at home. They make sure that we stay safe and they work to keep us healthy. A leader we might have at school, other than the principal, is also our teachers. Our teacher is in charge of the classroom. Our teacher helps make sure that we follow the rules of our classroom. The teacher also helps to make the rules in the classroom, and the teacher makes sure that we stay safe in the classroom. Okay, and their job is to teach the class. One of their other jobs is make sure that we are learning. There's leaders in our community. We talked about the coach, but then we also talked about how we have police officers and firefighters and doctors all making sure that we are staying safe. Okay, firefighters keep us safe from fires, police officers make sure that people stop at red lights, and doctors keep our bodies healthy. Okay. And last, we talked about American symbols. American symbols are things that stand for our country. Okay, or symbol. The word symbol itself means something that stands for something else. So American symbols means that they are things that represent America. We had looked at people like Uncle Sam. Okay, the image of Uncle Sam, how that stands for our country. We see the red, white, and blue, those colors. We talked about our American flag. Okay, and what our flag looks like with our stars and stripes, and how that flag is the symbol of our country. People recognize that as the United States flag. Okay, we talked about the Statue of Liberty, and you got a closer look at that, and we said that's a symbol of our country. Right? The Statue of Liberty, it stands for hope and freedom. And then we looked at the bald eagle, and we said the bald eagle is a living symbol. It's something that's alive and that we even have in our area, and that the bald eagle is a symbol of our country, and it stands for strength and freedom. So when people see the bald eagle, they think of America. That's our living American symbol. Okay, and we also see the bald eagle on other things like some of our coins. So those are symbols for our country. All right. We will be taking a test tomorrow. So if you watch this and you want to review this again, feel free to watch again if you would like some further review.